So hello and welcome to Card Productions video here. We have Joe Anderson, traditional jockey. So how are you, Joe? How's the lockdown? And I say so for you.
Yeah, it's all right. Keeping busy anyway. Just trying to stop myself going mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be hard for you, obviously, because you ride. Obviously, you ride every day, don't you?
Yeah, well, I'm still knocking about doing bits and pieces, but obviously not as much as we would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just tell me like a little bit about your career, like so far. Like obviously how you got into racing and stuff like that.
I left school and moved away from home when I was 17. Went to a place down in Newmarket called the British Racing School. It's just like it's almost like a boarding school. You know what I mean? You go down there and you just learn a trade.
Yeah.
I spent about 3.5 months down there, and then obviously they teach you everything you have to know. And then I left. You leave, you come out of there with a job. So I went to work for a guy called Nigel Twiston Davis down in Cheltenham. Yeah. Spent 4.5 years with him, sort of just learning everything, you know, improving it every day. And then last summer I made a move to a guy called Nicky Henderson, who's just won the Trainers' Championship this year. So yeah, it's been a slow burn, but it's been worth it, you know.
As I say, obviously me and you went to primary school and secondary school together, like, so one, like, when you think back and like one thing like, oh, I would personally want to think, oh, there'd be someone who from school now who'd be like a jockey, you know what I mean? Because it's probably rare, isn't it? But
I'll be honest with you, mate, neither did I while we were there.
Yeah. So what made you get into it? Like, what made you thought, oh, like I want to do this as your career, you know what I mean?
I was always like when I was growing up, I was a mad racing fan. You know what I mean? Like my uncle was into it, like he was mad on it. Used to just watch it all the time with him. And then you sort of I lost it a little bit when I was going sort of through secondary school, because like no one was really that bothered. It was just footy mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And then I probably got to about 15 or 16, and then started watching it a little bit again, and had a little bet, and you just get more into it, and then I sort of went to sixth form and I realised the A levels just really weren't for me. And I was small and light enough really to give it a go. You know what I mean? And I seen the racing school and I thought, oh, why not? Like, I've nothing else to lose. And once you get there doing it, you just fall in love with it, and that's that. You know what I mean? The rest is history, sort of thing.
So as you say, you're based with Nicky Henderson now. So how's that going for you at the minute?
Oh, it's unreal. Yeah, it's unreal, mate.
Imagine, because he's probably the top trainer, isn't he, out there at the minute?
Yeah, you wouldn't find many better than him. It just, you look around the yard, you're 150 stables here, and there wouldn't be one bad horse on the yard. You know what I mean? They're all very, very good, and you can take it for granted a little bit, but when you're going out every morning, you're riding some of the best horses in the country. It just fills you with your confidence. You know what I mean? And that he's putting the trust in you he's trusting you with these horses, like, you know. So
let's talk about your first win on the rules at Kempton.
Yeah.
With Homer and that. I think to be honest with you, I didn't even know you were riding it, because I knew I was watching the race. Actually, I was in the pub with my mates and that, and I was watching it. I go sometimes. I go for a little bit in the bevy, and obviously, but when I got back and I realised you rode there on your Instagram, and I was like, oh, it's mad that. But I say, on the last fence, did you think, oh, obviously, because on the last fence he might have fucked it up a bit, but obviously you brought it back, didn't you?
Yeah, he's it was only his third ever run over hurdles. He'd only ever run twice before that. I'd schooled him at home about 3 or 4 days before, and one of the jockeys, Daryl Jacob, he's a retained rider for the owners. He sort of just taught me through everything you need to know, and he said his main thing, he was like, just don't send him. That was his thing. He said, don't be getting into him. He said, just sit and squeeze with your legs as hard as you can. He said, he'll probably put down on you. And we were coming to run down to the last, and I could tell 4 or 5 strides out, I was like, I'm wrong. You know, and it was just getting from one side to the other. And then luckily, when he grabbed the hold of him, give him a crack, he picked up and went, you know.
Yeah, you just got him there for the line, didn't you? So I was saying, like, is there any like particular horses that, like, obviously in the current stable that you are in now, like, is there any particular horses that you like have like got a thing towards, or like what like good horses and stuff like that?
Yeah, I spent most of the last season I spent riding a horse called Altior.
Yeah,
probably know him.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, he's one of the best about anyway. So that was cool when we got to. I got on him last summer and sort of spent majority of the season with him. You know, there was a one horse I used to ride every day. It was a filly called Never Adapt. She was very, very good. Unfortunately, she picked up an injury and she didn't quite pull through it halfway through the season. But there's a lot of nice youngsters to look forward to next year. You know what I mean? There's plenty of talent there, so I'm sure there won't be looking far for one.
You've rode at many race courses, but probably the one highlight is probably the Cheltenham Festival. You got to ride that this year, didn't you? Yeah. How was that for you? That must have been unbelievable.
It was unreal, mate. Because like you get into it, and that's the type of days you want. You know what I mean? That's what you get up in the morning for, is things like that. I was unlucky to miss out on it last season. I was down to ride one, and he was pulled out. So I ended up going to Fakenham instead, which I don't know if you know where Fakenham is, but it's a long old way. Yeah. Finally get one this year, it was unreal, and he ran a cracker as well. To be fair to him, considering the run we had round, you know, it was a nightmare from start to finish, sort of thing. Yeah.
Did you ride Mill Green in Cheltenham?
Yeah. So it went wrong from the start basically, and I think I was second last turning in. Yeah. And he ran up the hill and he was only beaten 6 lengths. I think he finished 6th in the end.
I did, yeah. Pulled it back well then.
Yeah, it was a good run.
So yeah, I'm trying to think. What's probably say like you obviously you rode Cheltenham, obviously there must be, but other than Cheltenham, what would you say what are your best race courses that you rode at, or any particular race course that you do like?
I like a little track. One of my favourites, a little track called Ludlow.
Ludlow, yeah.
Down in Herefordshire, yeah. So I like it there. I've had my first ride for Nigel there. I've probably ridden about 5 or 6 times there. It's a real simple track to ride. It's quite fair. You don't really get a lot of hard luck stories around there. But in terms of probably the best track minus Cheltenham that I've ridden at, probably Sandown. Well, Ascot actually. Ascot was good.
Ascot, yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. Up there, like.
Yeah, rode my first ride as a conditioner at Ascot, so that was good.
So where do you want to be in the future? So what you're hoping for in the next couple of years, where you want to be?
Yeah, well, sort of just spent this year was sort of just like a year of me getting to know the boss and him getting a feel of me, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can move on and get a few more rides next year. Hopefully a couple more winners, and just try and push forward and be as successful as we can, you know, try and be riding as much as possible and try and make a good living out of it.
Yeah, well, definitely. Just one more question today, question. Just so if you're on an island and you have to take one other jockey with you and one horse, what would it be? Who would it be? Sorry.
If I could take one jockey and one horse to an island with me,
yeah.
I'd probably take James Bowen with me.
Yeah.
Because he's always a good laugh. And horse-wise, might be a bit of a cop-out answer, but I'd probably take Altio with me.
Oh, well, your family's doing well. It's been good speaking to you, and I hope I see you on some more winners in the future.
I hope so as well, mate.
Hope so. It's been good speaking to you, lad.
Yeah, go on, mate. Take care of yourself.
Same to you, mate. Same to you.